I got one more email. This is something that we talked about it. You, me, we, the royal we talked about this on a previous show. This is an update on say. You remember we talked about the Ric Flair energy drink.
Woo!
Woo! And how it was going to be on the desk on the AEW television program so that the announcers have a reason to be whacked out of their minds.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet. Where is this beautiful mushroom elixir that cures problems with the soul at the cellular level?
Well, yes, I think it's on back order. That's why they haven't got it up there yet. But Justin from Ashland, Kentucky, sent an email in, and it brought something to light that I don't think that either one of us were aware of. Hello, Jim. When Brian read the ingredients of Woo Energy on the episode of the Drive-Thru, while laughing through my tears, I noticed one of the ingredients could spell the end of AEW and the world as we know it.
Oh, I must have missed that in the ingredients, so I apologize.
Well, no, remember you were reading all the ingredients of this, that, and the other thing. We recognized some of those words, and mushrooms are in there somehow.
Lion's mane.
Yes, that was another one.
Turkey tail.
Plant, turkey taint, whatever the case may be. But Justin goes on as the ingredient you mentioned, and I remember you, and I think we even said, what is that? Cordyceps. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I do remember that because that was the first time I'd really seen that word.
Well, apparently, that's because we're not with it like the young kids. We're not the hep cats. We're not out there wearing our zoot suits and on the corner, tuned into all the things happening on the street. Because Justin says, you aren't a video game guy, Jim, so I figured I'd give you a heads up. Cordyceps is the mind-controlling fungus that takes over the planet and causes the collapse of society as we know it in The Last of Us, which is apparently a video game that HBO turned it into a show, but it may go from zombie fiction to zombie documentary by season 2 if they've got this stuff in their energy drink. And Justin finishes, by the way, I don't know if Woo Energy is the Waterloo of AEW, but it could wind up it's ICOPRO. But
that is funny. So that is funny.
Cordyceps is a thing, a fungus, mushroom is a fungus, right? The mind-controlling fungus in a video game. And they've got it listed as an ingredient in the energy drink. Brian, I'm just a small town bird lawyer. But when you're selling either a beverage or a foodstuff or something that could be called anything consumable by the human being, or even most of our domesticated animal friends, if you're selling that to the public, can you just make shit up on the ingredients of what's in it? Is that according to Hoyle? Can you just either make up fictitious shit or lie in various ways about what's in this stuff that you're wanting people to eat or drink?
Well, I'm back on their notorious website right now. I'm trying to see if it's a FDA-approved product. Sometimes they have supplements that says this has not been approved by the FDA.
How can you got to have a license for your fucking dog. How can the county let you sell shit that people are going to eat? I imagine if you were selling fucking burgers out of a manhole cover on Main Street, the city'd come and shut you down.
Well, once again here, cordyceps are widely known to boost energy and rejuvenate the mind, body, and soul.
What?
Helping you reach new heights. Our mushroom energy boosting blend can help increase mental clarity, enhance performance, and elevate stamina. It can also help balance microflora in the gut and support overall cognitive brain function.
You might not have cognitive brain function if you... I've found this again. Is it spelled Cordyceps?
That is it. Yes, correct.
It's the mind-controlling fungus that takes over the planet and causes the collapse of society as we know it in a video game called The Last of Us. And they're bragging that's in, and they're describing its healthful benefits. Look, Cordyceps, is that even a real term for anything?
I'm on the website. I'm trying to see anything about this being FDA approved.
I'm just saying, just Google that word and see, is this a flower that we don't know about? Is this based in any kind of real thing that it could be in there? Or are they just pulling our puds? I'm going to get
Cordyceps is a genus of the ascomycete fungi, or fungi, I guess I should say, that includes about 600 worldwide species. Diverse variants of Cordyceps have had more than 1,500 years in use in Chinese medicine.
So it's already here. No wonder all these people are voting for Trump.
Most Cordyceps species are endoparasitoids, parasitic mainly on insects and other arthropods, and a few are parasitic on other fungi.
So they're having you drink a drink with parasites in it.
It looks like a cheese doodle coming out of the ground.
Wow!
You gotta go to Google. You gotta see the Wikipedia photo. It looks like a Cheeto coming out of the ground.
Do you remember the new product from Uranus Corporation segment in the Groove Tube?
I do, yeah.
Another fine product from Uranus.
I want to see Ric Flair, one of the greatest speakers, one of the greatest people on the mic in the history of the business. I would watch if every week on AEW he has to stand there for 60 seconds and answer questions about this. What's in this drink, why he endorses it, anything. He doesn't have to answer how much money is being paid, but just any information about this. I want to see what he could explain.
Oh my God.
Cordyceps. There's nothing here that says, it has like, if you go to the about, it has the ingredients and has the pictures of the various mushrooms here. Terms of use, return policy. What is the return policy?
Return policy is if you have a bad trip, you'll never come back.
We are unable to accept returns or refunds on any product.
Oh, okay. Yeah, pays your money, you takes your chances. Step right up, step right up.
Oh. And yeah, that's all we can find out here. Here we go. Let's see. For 18 plus, it has caffeine, taurine, vitamin B12. Says nothing about FDA approved. Let me turn this around.
Turn it upside down. Let me help you see it any clearer.
Well, I'm trying to see these photos of the can. Let's see. Here's the disclaimer. Hold on. Can I turn
Ladies and gentlemen, Brian is looking at pictures of people's cans on the internet while we're doing our broadcast today.
Consult your physician before purchase and consumption. Do not take this product if you have any type of blood disorder, liver or kidney disorder, high blood pressure, heart disease, central nervous system disorder, or any other medical condition. Do not take this product.
Wait a minute. A goddamn a fucking boil is a medical condition. A bunion is a medical condition. Do not take if you have any medical condition. Are they pretty much spreading out to cover their wide asses there?
Do not take this product if you are pregnant or breastfeeding. Do not take while operating heavy machinery or motor vehicles. Do not mix with alcohol. You hear that, Rick? Or medication. Do not exceed one serving within any 24-hour period. Jesus Christ, what is in this fucking thing? Disclaimer.
That's not the disclaimer?
No, that was just the warning. Here's the disclaimer.
Oh, good Lord.
Legends LLC, without the vowels, so just LGND, that's the parent company, I presume, is licensed, it's licensed intellectual property, brand, manufacturers, retailers, and distributors take no responsibility for the misuse of this product.
Oh, God.
By using this product, you accept full responsibility for any adverse events of health complication that may arise from its use. I have one of my vitamin waters here on the desk. Does this have anything like that? Here are the ingredients. There's no warning and then a disclaimer on the bottle.
Well, wait a minute. So what you're saying is they've said that make sure that you ask your doctor before you take this stuff, but don't take it if there's anything wrong with you whatsoever. And if you do take it because there's nothing wrong with you whatsoever, don't take it more than once a day or we're throwing our fucking hands up and walking away from you. Additionally, if there is indeed anything wrong with you and you fuck up and take a sip of this shit anyway, we have just come out and stated flat out that we're not responsible. If you drop dead, turn blue, or burst into flames, we don't know you, and we disavow any knowledge of what the fuck you were all about.
Well, Jim, as it says here on the can, if you don't like it, learn to love it. Consult your doctor, just not your attorney. Ric Flair drip powered by Legends. I don't even feel like we're doing a free spot for them.
Goddamn. I just bought 2 cans of the fuel that the fucking yard guys use for the leaf blower, and it doesn't have that many warnings and hazardous fucking notices plastered all over it.
I'm going to buy some of this and keep it in my car in case I run out of gas. I can put this in the fucking car and get home. Ric Flair Energy, only containing a mild dose of plutonium in each bottle. 18 plus.
And if you have cancer, folks, this is radioactive. So it'll save you on chemotherapy. No, the Ric Flair IV drip apparently is what they're going for.
It will deliver hours of sustained, non-jittery energy and focus without the crash. Please do not have a second can.
Well, the crash comes if you operate the heavy machinery. While you're... Well, but nothing, here's the thing. One more thing before we segue into something completely fucking different. If you're a goddamn guy who goes to work every morning about 6 o'clock at a construction site, removing the fucking earth mover or the steam shovel or the plow, or what is that big thing with the big scoop? The bulldozer. That's what I'm talking about. And you're some fat, poor, half-toothless motherfucker making minimum wage for whatever people that do that type of thing do, and you're out there in the mud all day and the muck and the blood and the beer. That's who needs energy, right? So if you drink one of these, what are you going to do with the bulldozer? You're going to drive down the goddamn interstate and bash people off the side of the road? Isn't the idea of getting energy so you can perform the task that it specifically says don't do on the side of the container?
A lot of people drink different energy drinks. They drink Red Bull. I think that may be the most popular one. I'm looking right now at an image of a can of Red Bull. It has
That's what I was trying to think of, by the way, the other day, the name that I couldn't think of when I was talking about the things that I never would ever drink because it'd give you a fucking heart attack. Go ahead.
It has nothing here in terms of warnings or disclaimers. Disclaimers? Who has disclaimers on their drinks? I've never seen that before.
If you go to 7-Eleven and buy one of these over the counter, do you have to sign a fucking release?
Does 7-Eleven carry these?
Well, wherever you buy this, is it like, if you want to get in the ring for 10 minutes with Mr. Wrestling Tim Woods, you got to sign this release? You're not going to sue us?
Well, we did hear some feedback from people before we completely move on from this. Do you know how much this cost?
I have no idea.
You can get a 6-pack of Strawberry Banana Woo Energy. Again, Strawberry Banana Mushroom Elixir. 6-pack, $25.
Ouch! That's
plus shipping.
Well, I guess because it's apparently not available at local 7-Elevens near you. You got to have it mailed. Apparently, it's brought in a fucking specialized truck from the military that carries radioactive waste, but that's $4 and some odd cents a piece, right?
How long until someone gets sick from this? How long until someone goes down and blames Ric Flair?
Well, how would you know? How would you know? It could have been anything. He drank that. 3 hours later, he fucking burst into goddamn pink jelly and vomited up his toenails, but
I think they should go further with this. They should go to other wrestling legends. The Jake Roberts energy drink. I think it's a wonderful business to start.
What about the Jake Roberts energy toot?
Just go behind the stairs.
Remember, like the candy of the pixie sticks where it came in a straw thing, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Just have it right there at the counter, the Jake Roberts energy toot. And it's for truck drivers and people on the go. And they just pick up the straw and it's already loaded. You just pop the top and,
I think if Tony ever gets rid of Jake, this may be something the NWA could definitely do with him.
Well, because they've laid the groundwork already.
They love cocaine.
And if they had been discreet about it, just with these festive, candy striped fucking Jake Roberts toots, instead of having it laid out there like Scarface on the table, they could have just been quietly going about their business, and it wouldn't have been so blatant. If you know about the Jake Roberts toots.
Would the NWA be in as much trouble as they are today if, on the same pay-per-view where Father James Mitchell decided to have a cocaine party in the building, if he was arrested on the same episode?
No, I think because, see, that way...
If it led to his arrest, if the cops saw that and showed up at the arena 2 matches later and you get to see on TV him get arrested.
Yes, because that way you would have satisfied the Hayes office, for example, back in the old days of movie censorship.
The Hayes Commission?
Well, no, the Hayes office. Because he was a former postmaster, but he was put in charge of the movie code of America. And evildoers, crime always had to be punished. The bad guy had to lose in the end. That's right. Remember, the early gangster movies were pre-code so that they could get away with. Yeah, and Maureen O'Sullivan could wear the 2-piece in Tarzan the Ape Man. But by 1934 came along Tarzan and his mate. She's in the 1-piece again, right? And they had to dial things back. So in this case, if Mitchell had got arrested, then they could have passed that because evildoers were punished and good triumphed in the end.
See, go all the way. If you're going to do that, go all the way, because if you think that's going to get you publicity, I promise you a mugshot of Father James Mitchell on local television will get you a whole lot more publicity.
Oh, good Lord. And look at him. He cuts a striking figure. You could put a picture of him up and you could say local man arrested for satanic rites, local man arrested for drug charges, local man arrested for molestation of a goat, local man. He fits every category. And especially if he's in the makeup, not the makeup, but the getup, the suit, the full mock-up there, the red jacket and the black shirt and the whole 9 yards. It could be like, well, what's that? Aleister Crowley was arrested today at the Kmart location on Universal Boulevard in Orlando. And you could show that picture, it would work.
All right, well, we are going to move on from the caffeine and cocaine portion of the wrestling business right now, I believe. But it's your show.
And as a matter of fact, here is something that you can get, ladies and gentlemen, something you can put your hard-earned money into that will not poison you, will not make your ovaries fall out, will not fucking prolapse your goddamn sphincter, won't do any of these things. It'll do good things. It'll make people smile, your family smile, your friends smile, or even you smile, depending on who the recipient of a gift from the fine selection at Cornette's Collectibles is. And we have just passed a landmark event, Brian. Everything, not only the Midnight Express action figure sets, but everything that has been ordered through November the 8th has been autographed by me, is in the hands of the Feather Bottoms, and they are now packing and preparing to ship the last 250 or less outstanding orders, and we will be all caught up, as I've been mentioning, all the Midnight Express figures 4-pack sets, not only from the pre-orders, but also from the orders since then, all the way through the first part of November, will be out by Thanksgiving. Those fine Feather Bottoms over there have been flummoxed, but they've been working their little fingers to the bone. And now this is the perfect time to tell you that now that we've caught up, things are starting to pick up for Christmas. And if you would like the 40th anniversary Midnight Express action figure 4-pack set with the book, the autographed photo, the certificate of authenticity, one of the last 700 some available in the world, and they will never be redone, then please, if you're outside the United States, order that now if you want it by Christmas. And if domestically, please, for the sake of all of us over here and our mental state, order by Thanksgiving weekend, and we believe domestically in the United States. It could happen that if you order the first week of December, you might get it, but give us a little extra time because we're only several people over here now. But Brian, that's a landmark. It's the first time in a couple months everything's signed, everything's caught up in their hands, almost everything delivered, the last 250 packages or so going out. And people are happy as pigs in poop to be getting their and by the way, speaking of pigs and poop, the other Midnight Express members, that was a horrible segue. Dennis and Stan and also Bobby's family are very thankful because, as you all know, they are all sharing equally in the profits from this venture, and it's a nice Christmas bonus for them. After all this time, 40 years later, we're going to make more this Christmas than we made that Christmas and not leave the house. Did I mention JimCornette.com is the place to go for all of these, including the action figures of just little old me, the T-shirts, the photos, the Cult of Cornette membership certificates, and DVDs, books. My God, what else have we got over there? Holy mackerel. And soon to come, an energy drink.
Oh, God. Can you imagine?
Mine is going to be, instead of mushroom-based, mine is going to be poppy-based.
That may be a problem.
Well, apparently it's not for them.
Not for the consumer, but it may be a problem for the company.
Well, I don't think so. I think, I want a much mellower jitter than you get with the mushroom-based energy drinks, so I'm going straight to the poppy.
I got to know if anyone else out there knows anything, because I don't drink these energy drinks. Do any other drinks have disclaimers and warnings like this one does? I do not drink more than one of these a day. I've never seen that before.
Actually, the warnings on cigarettes aren't as stern and fucking cautionary. As I'm wondering is there any type of like household cleaning product that goes that far? Well, I guess it didn't say if you get any of this in your eyes to flush them out and call a doctor. But hey, maybe that's what, God damn it.
How are they going to make money? Oh, go ahead.
The perfect tie-in. They're going to start using the Woo energy drink as the fucking mist that all the girls are blowing in each other's eyes.
Well, we'll see what happens.
Didn't work?
All right. I used that joke last time.
It can't all be. Did you?
Yeah.
Maybe that's where I thought of it.
Were you here? Were you with us?
Maybe that's where I thought of it at.
All right. Hit me with some more of my jokes.
Right. Hit me with your best shot. Well, hit me with some of your questions.